Greetings and welcome, my junior doctors, to another episode of Let's Play Galacticare. And when last we left off, we have arrived at the Burning Moon Festival still, and we're dealing with some metalhead patients. Let's get on with that. Take the free cash.
Bravo on handling that emergency. It's in the bag. Mr. Moon is apparently occupied by his exhausting labors, but he's provided a pre-recorded message for you. I'll play it now.
In the event that you guys do a great job, hey, wow, great job. Thanks for doing whatever it is you did. I'm sure it'll be great for the festival. Thanks, here's money. Goodbye.
Okay.
We're receiving another call from our client. There's an issue with a singer, apparently.
Wow, hey, it's me again. So one of our headline acts, Twiggy Pop or something, is sick, like big time. She's already finished her set, so it's not the worst thing if she dies, I guess. It wouldn't be great for our media coverage, though, so please keep her alive for like 2 hours or so. Thanks.
Yes. What a delightful fellow. Director, when it comes to VIP treatments, the faster we treat the patient concerned, the better our rewards will be. It's probably worth pulling out all the stops to make sure Twiggy gets the best and fastest treatment possible.
Indeed. Need to save her in very much. Oh, the other rooms are really bothered.
Wow! Heel! Twiggy Pop has arrived! I think she makes the best harsh noise in the galaxy.
Medic, you have no idea who this person is. Welcome to the station, Mom.
A machine, huh? Well, nice to meet you, mate. So, looks like I ran into festicrosis bacteria at the festival, and it's eaten off about half my face. Any chance you could fix this?
Of course. We'll get your ailment seen to as quickly as we can. Assuming we have seats, you're welcome to sit in one of them.
Okay, thanks. Why does everything smell of chlorine?
Better not to ask. Create a bit of a seating area over here. Are Di and I happy? Alright, lumables. Lumables are attracted by positive vibes and happy patients. Collecting them will grant you 2 lumai. Neat. Indeed. We can get all these special things unlocked in the door.
Hello, it's me again.
So, you found out what's wrong with her? Some kind of flesh-eating bacteria? Okay, great. Keep that to yourselves, please. I know nothing about it, and this conversation never happened.
Fancy that one? Smashing. Ooh, it's payday.
Let's get upgrading this thing. Little extra cash. Deploy the muddy bots. Looks like the rooms are empty. The queues are getting empty. Nice to see there's also some in-game notification about the size of the queues.
Galacticare.
Fixed.
Hey! Thanks for keeping me alive and everything. The music scene is a mess of dodgy contracts and corporate control. And I'd rather do something more meaningful with my life. Seems like you guys know what you're doing, and I used to be a doctor. So I want to join up. I've sent your machine my resume. Hey director, I'm Twiggy Pop. I started life as a doctor, working in the core regions. Tough gig, but it's made me pretty good at the job. Also, people really like my singing. Not sure why, but it makes anyone nearby better at their work. More focused. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for taking me on, director. It's nice to get back to doing something I actually care about.
Alright. And so we have our first consultant. We'll engage her right away, even though she's walking away over here. Alright, so consultants are essentially super doctors. They are automatically very much better at that job than the regular doctors, and can work in any room at the best efficiency they have. They also level up.
Welcome to the team, Dr. Pop.
Oh, thanks, little guy. All right, I'll go get changed.
Alright, patient's condition will become easier and safer to treat. You can check the Pamphldex for that.
Any chance of a cappuccino?
I don't think that exists, but I'll try.
Director, we've acquired our first consultant. They're permanent additions to your team, traveling with us from hospital to hospital. Let's open the consultant window to bring Dr. Pop in now. This is our consultant roster, which will allow us to bring consultants into the hospital. Let's bring Dr. Pop into the hospital now. And
Thanks, Heel.
there she is.
Hey, director. Glad I can get down to work. Maddie, how's that coffee looking?
I'm sorry, Twiggy, but Heel says coffee is illegal and that we'd all die.
I said nothing of the sort. Director, consultants are quite different from our other staff members. Let's inspect Dr. Pop to find out more. Dr. Pop, like all consultants, is a remarkably effective clinician who can expertly operate any of our rooms. As consultants earn experience, they gain powerful, unique abilities, and sometimes you need to make hard choices as to which ones they acquire. You can see the perks Twiggy has in her skill tree. And that's everything you need to know about that. Let's get cracking, shall we?
Hey, I got a message from Twiggy that everything went okay with her treatment, which sounds good. And also that she's quit the music business, so I have 7 executives here who are using circular breathing to shriek non-stop like a ghoul. Ask her not to do that, maybe. Thanks.
Right. Now, it takes quite a lot of XP for them to level up, but they can get bonus from these side objectives. He needs to score 3 Eureka.
Pop is calling about a psychotic break amongst the festival goers, which, judging by the current set list, seems entirely justified.
The moon is also getting carved up a little bit more.
Director, it seems people are falling prey to some kind of psychosis. A fear of spaceflight or something? They're on their way, and they're just constantly screaming inside the ambulance.
A psychological condition. Ms. Orion's been preparing for this eventuality. She'll be in touch with the details.
The Dreamarium! So, we arranged a trade deal with a planet ruled by psychic clams. In exchange for an unknown quantity of an unknown substance, they've lent us their services as therapists. Basically, with a doctor as an intermediary. These creatures can dive into the depths of our patients' minds, rearrange their neural networks, and slurp out any lingering negative emotion. No issue so far. And the treatments have proven incredibly effective in testing. Sure would be nice to remember what our contract with the clams was, though.
Sounds like it might do the trick. Once we've got some of those rooms set up, I'll dive right in. Could be kind of trippy.
Upgrades here so that my people doing the diagnosis level up faster.
Some patients with the aforementioned space phobia have arrived. Oh, wait, how about space fright? Seems like you guys enjoy a good pun around here.
Well, I just think that's wonderful. Space fright. Spectacular work, Miss Pop.
Thanks, Heel.
Oh, yes. No, not at all. Space fright.
Hey guys, so some randos decided to weld rocket boosters to some asteroids and I couldn't stop them, and now a space rocket's headed straight towards your station. Sorry and good luck with all that stuff.
Hello, Galacticare. It's me again. Browse away.
Let's get the...
That one's new.
Perfect.
Director, it looks like the festival isn't the only place to find rock and roll. Yes, wonderful. We've taken on significant damage from the impact.
We're fine for now. Could take on another zone if I wanted to.
Director, the hospital is in a sorry state. I suggest you acquire some more Medibots.
I think I've got plenty of
Catch
Medibots.
you later.
You have another vending machine. Right, how are we doing on the scale? Throughput needs to be brought up. I think my diagnosis rooms can handle that. So let's put up another perception desk code on this side.
You use a clam to suck out their bad vibes? Wow, I wasted so much money on therapy. I hope it's legal. I'm not a narc, mostly, but yeah, cover your ass.
Oh, I'm sure it's perfectly legal. Might need a few more doctors though. Ah, look at that. Someone who's actually good at being in a dream area. Have a look. You'd have more than enough doctors.
It seems like the psychic clam stuff's going pretty okay. You know, I was married to someone who thrived on absorbing negative energy. That came out wrong. That was supposed to be a burn. Never mind.
Let's just claim this zone. So we have the space to move anything about if we need to. Yeah, I expect we'll get hit with some more asteroids at some point. Doesn't look like any of the rooms are getting overcrowded per se. ain't sure there's a bunch of them here right now, but it's mostly just because of the objective. Metalhead is advanced. Good.
Hey, sorry about the ex-wife thing. I've actually never been in a relationship and I don't know why I lied to you about it. Can I come up there? There's stuff I'd like your mollusk to make not happen in my brain anymore.
That's gone excellently, Director. The Dreamarium is working a charm, and none of the patients seem to have any permanent loss of function. The room is now approved for long-term use. Another job well done. We're blazing along. It looks like we picked up a cleanliness beacon. It projects an energy field which dissolves problematic waste, trash, and so on. Testing did suggest that tooth enamel isn't necessarily safe either, so I'll keep an eye on our complaints box. Director, Ms. Ryan is calling in. Something about the wonders of Craftium. She's quite excited.
Craftium. It's a wonder material that does exactly what it says on the tin. And I should know. I named it Craftium. I like to think that one was a stroke of brilliance. You can use it to recreate practically anything you've seen, even rare craft tech, like that cleanliness beacon you just acquired. Open up your inventory, and let's have a first. Select the crafting mode to begin the process. Now, craft anything you like. One brand spanking new, well, I can't see what you've made, but I'm sure it's great. Craftium! So cool. Now, I've got one more thing for you. The research lab. It's got a big old supercomputer. Your doctors can use it to improve our craft tech blueprints or gain new insights into any of the conditions we've encountered. We used to hook their consciousness directly to the computer, but, well, it occasionally created a nightmare portal which trapped their minds in a digital hellscape for eternity, so we don't do that anymore. All right, that's enough sapient interaction for one day. Catch you later, Director.
Let's give that new research lab a spin, Director. Place one down and we'll see if we can't suss it out.
Make sure
Hello, Galactica.
useful. I'll get to you later, Bass. Alright, so we can create craftium blueprints, advanced craftium blueprints, and improve my treatments. But the improvements don't move with us across hospitals, so you have to do that every time. Except for the treatments.
The research lab is capable of two distinct functions, generating insight into conditions and upgrading our craft tech blueprints. Let's upgrade one now. Select the research lab and in the research interface, select a blueprint to upgrade.
So it wants to upgrade the holodoc emitter. That is nice, but I kinda want you to focus on Metalhead.
With the blueprint selected, our doctors will begin to develop the improved version. This new and improved blueprint will dramatically reduce the crafting cost, but unfortunately, it's attuned specifically to the station we're currently on. You'll need to complete the research again in each new hospital. The research lab can also boost our research efforts into any condition of your choosing. This will generate some research directly. It also generates insight into conditions. Insight greatly increases the research generated for that condition whenever you have it stockpiled.
Also create a small training room.
Shockingly, it's Leonard Moon again, calling about another ailing musician.
Yeah, he can wait.
Oh my god, there's another whole musician who is now dying for no reason except to make this whole festival a waking nightmare. Can you fix him? Please? His name is Clem Banzig, and he's a coital tyrannosaurus, which probably has something to do with all this, but I don't judge, and neither should you, or anybody. If I want to slop around with roadies until my flaps catch fire, that's up to me and the creator. Clem, I mean, if Clem wants to do those things. Look, just get him back to us, okay? There's too much on the line for it all to be taken down by Banzig's love for the fizzy pump. I'll give you lots of money and goodbye.
I sure will help Clem. But that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.